Hello, this is TJ with Piano Clubhouse. Going to show you today Imagine Me by Kirk Franklin. It's in the key of C. This is actually a very simple song. Once you learn the pattern and learn the very few parts that it has a lot of repetition in it. So let's jump into it. The first chord for the introduction is C, F, and G, and it's doing an arpeggio. Arpeggio is when you're playing chords, but you're not playing the notes of the chord at the same time. You're playing them in a pattern, one after the other. Instead of a chord, instead of playing this, playing that chord with those three notes, C, F, and G. The song is doing an arpeggio where it's doing all three chords in succession. It's not playing them at the same time, it's playing them in order. So that's the first chord of the arpeggio. Then the second is the F just moves to E. And it's just going back and forth between these two chords, playing arpeggios like this. Then it switches to the G, E, C, G, F, C, G, E, C. Now while your right hand is doing G, F, C, the left hand is playing F. And when you switch to the next chord, G, E, C, the left hand goes to E. Okay, so putting it together. Now notice at the end of each group of doing it, the first chord and the second chord, the G repeats at the top of each phrase. Repeat the G. Repeat the G. Now the chord at the end of this phrase is, you're going to stretch your hands a little bit. You're going to do a G. It's basically a G chord with G at the base, G, B, D, and G at the top. Hit that octave, and you're just going to do an arpeggio in this fashion. G, D, then go down to G and walk it up. G, B, D, G. And then end it with the C. G, D, G, B, D, G, E. And the left hand is just doing, when you hit this first note of the arpeggio, you're going to hit B. And when you hit this E, move your left hand to C. Putting the intro together. Oops. G arpeggio. One more time. Arpeggio. Okay, so that's the intro, and then the verse comes in playing the same thing. Imagine me loving what you imagine me and letting go. Imagine me. Now it's going into a little bridge. Okay, to break that down, let's see, you're gonna come out of the verse doing the G arpeggio, then to walk down to the this is where you're gonna be at the end of the verse. The next chord is to go into the bridge is B in the left, and then the right hand is B, D, G. And then the first chord of this, we'll start with the left hand. It's gonna walk up basically from A. I don't remember the words are something, 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 something. So it just goes A, you're just walking up to B, B, 2, 3, then C, then D, E, F. The right hand is going to do an arpeggio with the G's in the octaves. The first arpeggio is this chord, G, C, D, G. And here's the pattern for it. It's a little bit tricky. High G, low G, C, D, G, C, G, G, C, D, and you just keep repeating. You hear the pattern? You're alternating hitting the D and the G. You're always doing the G, C, but you're switching from the G and the D here. D, then G, then D, then G. That's the first arpeggio. Then the next chord is G, G, A. Instead of C like the first one, it's just D, A now. And then when you move up to the C, now it's G, C, D. And then the D, E, F walk is, it's an inverted F chord, A, C, F. Here with the E in the bass, leave this C here from this chord, and just these two fingers, the outside fingers, are going to shift down to G, C, and E. And then the last chord is F in the bass and F chord in the right hand. You can kind of roll to this A. I like to do that. Putting that all together, coming out of the verse. Then here's the arpeggio.